What's up, trend spotters? Welcome to Trend Radar YT, the channel where we chase trends faster than your Wi-Fi loads memes. From jaw-dropping news to viral chaos on the internet, we break it down so you don't have to scroll for hours. If you're here for the good stuff, smash that subscribe like it's your morning coffee and hit the bell like you're ringing in the weekend. Now buckle up, because today's trend is wild. Let's dive in. Army sergeant in custody after shooting 5 soldiers at Fort Stewart. Georgia military base locked down following workplace shooting incident that shakes military community. In a shocking act of workplace violence that sent ripples through the military community, an Army sergeant opened fire on his fellow soldiers Wednesday morning at Fort Stewart military base in Georgia, wounding 5 people before being taken into custody. The incident prompted an immediate lockdown of one of the country's largest Army installations and raised serious questions about violence prevention within military ranks. The incident unfolds. The shooting erupted shortly before 11 a.m. in the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area at Fort Stewart, transforming what should have been a routine morning into a scene of chaos and fear. Sergeant Quornelius Radford allegedly used his personal handgun to target 5 fellow soldiers in what appears to have been a premeditated attack on his colleagues and co-workers. The base's emergency response protocols were immediately activated, with security personnel rushing to contain the situation. Within minutes, the installation's main cantonment area was placed under lockdown as military police and emergency responders worked to secure the scene and provide medical assistance to the wounded. Radford was successfully apprehended at 11:35 a.m., approximately 35 minutes after the initial reports of gunfire. The swift response by base security helped prevent what could have been an even more devastating incident. The lockdown of the main cantonment area was lifted just 35 minutes after Radford's capture, allowing normal operations to gradually resume. The suspect, a closer look. Sergeant Quornelius Radford, 28, has been identified as the suspected shooter in this devastating workplace violence incident. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, Radford served as an automated logistics sergeant, a role that involves managing supply chain operations and equipment maintenance for military units. What makes this case particularly troubling is that Radford opened fire on people he worked with on a daily basis, fellow soldiers who were his colleagues and potentially friends. The close-knit nature of military units makes such incidents especially traumatic for the entire community, as trust and camaraderie are fundamental to military service. Since the shooting, Radford has been extensively interviewed by the Army Criminal Investigation Division, CID, the military's primary law enforcement and investigative arm. He remains in custody while investigators work to piece together the events leading up to the attack and determine what may have motivated such a drastic and violent action. Brigadier General John Lubis, commanding general of the 3rd Infantry Division, acknowledged during a press conference that despite ongoing interviews and investigation, we're still not certain about the motivation behind the attack. This uncertainty adds another layer of concern for military officials and the affected community. The victims and their recovery. The 5 wounded soldiers represent the human cost of this tragic incident. While their identities have not been publicly released, military officials have provided reassuring updates about their conditions. All 5 victims are currently in stable condition and are expected to make full recoveries, according to Brigadier General Lubis. The fact that all victims are expected to recover provides some measure of relief to their families, fellow soldiers, and the broader Fort Stewart community. However, the psychological impact of such an incident often extends far beyond the immediate physical injuries, affecting not only the victims but also witnesses and the entire military unit. Military medical personnel and trauma specialists are likely providing comprehensive care that addresses both the physical and psychological needs of the victims. The Army has extensive experience in treating combat-related injuries, and this expertise is being applied to help these soldiers heal from this unexpected attack by one of their own. Fort Stewart, a military cornerstone. Fort Stewart serves as more than just a military installation. It's a cornerstone of America's defense infrastructure and a vital part of Georgia's economic landscape. Located approximately 40 miles southwest of Savannah, the base trains and deploys both active and reserve Army units, making it one of the most strategically important installations in the southeastern United States. As one of the largest Army bases in the country, Fort Stewart is home to the 3rd Infantry Division, a storied unit with a rich history dating back to World War I. The division has played crucial roles in major conflicts including World War II, the Korean War, and recent operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. The base's mission extends beyond training, serving as a deployment hub for units heading to various theaters of operation around the world. The installation supports thousands of military personnel, civilian employees, and their families, creating a substantial community that contributes significantly to the local economy. The base's presence provides employment opportunities, supports local businesses, and contributes millions of dollars annually to the surrounding region. Security response and investigation. The swift and professional response by Fort Stewart security forces demonstrates the effectiveness of the base's emergency protocols. The ability to apprehend the suspect within 35 minutes of the initial incident shows that the extensive training and preparation invested in base security measures proved effective when put to the test. The Army Criminal Investigation Division has launched a comprehensive investigation into every aspect of this incident. CID investigators are examining Radford's background, mental health status, recent behavior patterns, and any potential warning signs that might have been missed. They are also reviewing security footage, interviewing witnesses, and analyzing physical evidence from the crime scene. This investigation will likely take weeks or months to complete, as investigators work to build a comprehensive understanding of the events that led to this tragedy. The findings will be crucial not only for potential legal proceedings but also for identifying any systemic issues that might need to be addressed to prevent similar incidents in the future. Broader implications for military safety. This incident at Fort Stewart raises important questions about workplace violence prevention within military settings. While the military has extensive programs designed to address mental health issues and prevent violence, incidents like this highlight the ongoing challenges faced by military leaders in identifying and addressing potential threats before they escalate. The military community often operates under unique stressors, including deployment pressures, separation from family, combat exposure, and the high-stress environment inherent in military service. These factors can sometimes contribute to mental health challenges that, if left unaddressed, may lead to tragic outcomes. Military officials will likely use this incident as an opportunity to review and potentially enhance existing violence prevention programs, mental health resources, and early intervention strategies. The goal is to create an environment where service members feel comfortable seeking help when they need it and where potential warning signs are identified and addressed before they lead to violence. Community impact and support. The impact of this shooting extends far beyond the immediate victims and suspect. The entire Fort Stewart community, including military personnel, civilian employees, and family members, has been affected by this traumatic event. The close-knit nature of military communities means that incidents like this resonate deeply throughout the entire installation. Support services are being made available to help community members process the trauma and stress associated with this incident. The military has extensive resources for providing counseling and mental health support, and these services are likely being utilized extensively in the aftermath of the shooting. The broader military community is also grappling with the implications of this incident, as it serves as a reminder of the ongoing challenges related to workplace violence and mental health within the armed forces. Looking forward. As the investigation continues and the Fort Stewart community begins the healing process, this incident will undoubtedly serve as a catalyst for renewed focus on violence prevention and mental health support within the military. The lessons learned from this tragedy may help prevent similar incidents in the future and ensure that service members receive the support and resources they need to address challenges before they escalate to violence. The resilience of the military community, demonstrated through countless challenges and adversities, will be crucial as Fort Stewart works to move forward from this difficult chapter. The focus now turns to supporting the victims in their recovery, ensuring a thorough investigation, and implementing any necessary changes to prevent such incidents from occurring again. This shooting represents a sobering reminder that workplace violence can occur anywhere, even within the disciplined and structured environment of a military installation. However, it also demonstrates the importance of swift emergency response, comprehensive support systems, and the ongoing commitment to the safety and well-being of all service members. Thanks a ton for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more trending news coming your way, so stay tuned, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, this is Trend Radar YT, signing off from the front lines of what's trending around the world. Take care and see you soon.